4 things they could say on a first date that show you that they're not interested in you. Number 1, I have to wake up really early tomorrow. Cutting the date short and ending it before it's actually supposed to end is a huge sign that they're not interested. Number 2, I'll call you. Another empty promise. If they really wanted to call you, they would just do it. They wouldn't say it. Number 3, I'm not looking for anything serious. Maybe they're just not looking for anything serious with you. And number 4, if they're looking at their phone, they don't have to say anything. That's showing you that they're just not interested in a second date.
So if you follow my dating advice on Instagram or if you listen to my podcast, Ask a Matchmaker, you probably have heard me talk about the 12-date rule. But some of you are new followers, so you've probably not heard me talk about this to exhaustion. So today I will talk to you about the 12-date rule. Now, the number is irrelevant. I picked 12 because I like the number 12. 12 signs, 12 months, it's digestible. But here's what you need to know about the 12-date rule. So first off, what's this rule? Basically, I want you to wait to have sex until you hit 12 dates. Now, before you freak out, I'm going to give you the math to 12 dates. This is going to be a multi-part series. Follow for part 2. Here we go. The 12-date rule is a suggestion that I have about waiting 12 dates until you have sex. Here is the math. 1 date is equal to a minimum of 20 minutes, a maximum of 3 hours. You can have up to 2 dates in 1 day. So let's say you meet with someone for brunch on Saturday and then you go for a walk and 8 hours have passed. A lot of us have had really long dates. Even though it's 8 hours, it counts as 2 dates. So minimum 20 minutes, maximum 3 hours, maximum 2 dates in 1 day. Phone dates count, Zoom dates count, as long as they're a minimum of 20 minutes. But in those 12 dates, you have to have at least 3 physical dates. And I will suggest that your first physical date should happen within 7 days of talking on the phone, Zoom, whatever. And why all this? Follow for part 3. I'll break it down. In the previous parts, I talked about the math behind how to get to 12 dates. Let's talk about why now. So when you have sex, you release this hormone called oxytocin, also known as the cuddle hormone. And if you're a woman, you can quite literally become blind to seeing all the red flags or pink flags of the person you're dating. So my suggestion is to just wait a little bit. Discover if you actually like this person and figure out if they have the red flags you're not looking for. What do I mean by that? Figure out what they're like on a bad day, what they're like on a good day, what they're like when you're having a bad day, and more importantly, what they're like when you're having a good day. By intentionally spending time dating, talking, you'll discover a lot of that. There's obviously going to be a part 4. This is part 4. And now we're going to talk about how to get to 12 dates. If you're like some people, you're probably used to having sex by date 5. And that is okay. If you want to keep doing that, by all means, keep doing that. So as you're getting to know them, you're a few dates in and you like them, and you want to wait to 12 dates. Here's what you say. You can say stuff like, well, Matchmaker Maria told me to wait 12 dates. It's cool. People use me all the time. Or you could say, listen, I would like to wait to have sex, but I need you to know 3 things. 1, I really like you. 2, I'm great in bed. Lie if you have to. And 3, I will tell you the moment I am ready. This will clear the hurdle of any hesitation, insecurity, or just doubt that the person you're speaking to might experience when you tell them you'd like to wait to have sex. Part 5, why this is a really great idea. But now I'm going to tell you why this is a really great idea. So 9 out of 10 times, people kind of fall in love by the time they get to 12 dates. But also, a lot of people break up before 12 dates. Because you have intentionally decided to date each other and get to know each other without the distraction of sex, because sex is distracting, especially good sex, you can discover a lot about their values, their lifestyle, and their temperament. Are they really the person that you actually like? And what is the worst thing that could happen here if you wait? That they decide, this isn't worth it. I don't want you to date someone who doesn't think you're worth waiting for. Or you fall in love? Well, that would be great. If you're following me, maybe you want to fall in love. Maybe you want to have sex with someone that could potentially be the future parent of your child. I don't know. This is just a different way to approach sex. Follow all for part 6. Now I want to talk about physical compatibility. I know sex is important. It's not even just having the physical compatibility and being good at sex with each other. It's also about having a complementary sex drive. So I hear you on this. And what I'll say to this is this. Everyone defines sex differently. For some people, it might be penetration. For others, it could be everything, even kissing. 9 out of 10 times though, you'll know if you're physically compatible with someone before you get to 12 dates. And also when you finally have sex, give it a few weeks to, sink. Sex is not always going to be perfect, especially the first time, especially with someone you might have feelings for. I have seen that most couples that get to 12 dates, it tends to work out because a lot of people, they don't get to 12 dates. Part 7 about how this affects emotional compatibility.
Okay, here's my 3 dating rules. Well, top 3 dating rules. Number 1, no more than 2 drinks on a first date. You do not want to get drunk and not know if you like them or not. Also, being sloppy is not cute. Number 2, do not have sex on a first date unless you don't want it to be something, in which case, do you, but if you want it to turn into something, don't have sex. Also, the buildup is more fun, trust me. 3, do not, if you're a woman dating a man, send a thank you text the next day. You are interrupting their train of thought if they would have texted you. Plus, you've already thanked them on the date if you're a good person. And 3, it's just, you won't know if they like you if you send a thank you text. So, like for more.
These are my rules for a first date. And if you're like, rules for a date? What the heck, are you psycho? Yeah, I've been on so many terrible first dates that I actually need rules now. So this is just my opinion. You don't need to listen to me. You don't even have to watch this video, but this is my opinion. Unless you've already met or you're very certain that they are not creepy, you're meeting them there. They don't get to come to your house and see where you live. If the word ex comes up, they're probably not over your ex and you're gonna be filling this void that they have, and I don't wanna do that. I don't like movie dates for a first date. It is a fun date, but I don't think it's good for a first date. Whoever asks the person on a date pays for the date. That's my opinion. So yes, if I ask someone on a date, I'm paying for the date. You don't have to kiss. I try not to kiss, but sometimes it's like you wanna kiss some. Equal effort. If I show up on time in the cutest outfit, looking put together, and you show up late in sweats, that's not equal. Like for part 2.
4 things you shouldn't ask on a first date. Number 1, so what do you do for fun? That's just an annoying question. Like, everyone does the same things for fun. They hang out with their friends, they watch Netflix, they don't think about work, and like, it's just, no one does like that crazy of a thing for fun. Number 2, so why are you single? Like, get over yourself with this question. Why are you single? Number 3, so do you go on dates a lot? Or if you met from an app, like, so how many app dates have you gone on? Or like, how are they going for you? That's literally none of your business. Like, relax. And no one's gonna be honest. And number 4, what are you looking for? Like, I will know what I'm looking for when I find it, not when someone asks me what I'm looking for. So don't ask that.